What's up, Top Guns? Welcome back to the channel where legends drop wisdom that hits harder than a spinning back kick. I'm your host, Quote Guy, and today, we're going full gladiator mode. We're talking the most classic fight scene ever shot in movie history. The best friendship ever forged between two warriors, and the two most iconic martial arts icons of all time, Bruce Lee and Chuck Norris. This isn't just Hollywood smoke and mirrors, this is two real-life legends who trained together, respected each other like brothers, and then threw down in the actual Roman Colosseum for a 10-minute masterclass that still gives chills decades later. If you've never seen The Way of the Dragon, 1972, buckle up. If you have, you already know this fight is untouchable, because we're breaking down their epic bond, reliving every jaw-dropping moment of that illegal Colosseum battle, and dropping the top quotes from both men that prove why their friendship in this scene changed martial arts forever. Smash that like button if you're a Bruce or Chuck fan, subscribe for more legendary quote breakdowns, and let's enter the dragon. Right now. First, the man who started it all, the little dragon himself. Bruce Lee. Born in San Francisco in 1940, raised in Hong Kong, back to America as a teen. This guy wasn't just fast, he was a philosopher with fists. Bruce created Jeet Kune Do, the way of the intercepting fist, because he refused to be boxed in by any single style. He mixed Wing Chun, boxing, fencing, everything, and his philosophy, pure fire. Here's quote number 1 from Bruce that sets the tone for everything we're talking about today. Be like water, making its way through cracks. Do not be assertive, but adjust to the object, and you shall find a way around or through it. Be water, my friend. That quote isn't just poetry. Watch the Colosseum fight, and you'll see Bruce literally becoming water, flowing, adapting, crashing when he needs to. Chuck starts strong with raw power, but Bruce adjusts, absorbs, and strikes. That's Jeet Kune Do in action. Quote number 2, straight from Bruce's heart. Absorb what is useful, discard what is useless, and add what is specifically your own. Bruce didn't copy karate or kung fu, he studied Chuck Norris's karate, took what worked, and made it his. That's why he personally called Chuck for this role. He knew only a real champion could push him on screen. Quote number 3. The one that screams warrior mindset. Forget about winning and losing. Forget about pride and pain. Let your opponent graze your skin and you smash into his flesh. In the movie, Bruce's character Tang Lung gets hit hard early, but he never flinches. He keeps coming. That's the mindset. Quote number 4. Pure Bruce fire. The best fighter is not a boxer, karate man, or judo man. The best fighter is someone who can adapt on any style. And quote number 5 that hits different knowing their friendship. A fight is not won by one punch or kick. Either learn to endure or hire a bodyguard. Bruce wasn't big. He was 135 pounds soaking wet. Chuck was a muscular world champion. But endurance, adaptability, and that water-like mind, that's what made Bruce unstoppable. By the late 60s, Bruce was already a star in Hollywood demos and TV, but he wanted to direct his own vision. That vision led him straight to his friend, Chuck Norris. Now let's talk about the other legend, the man who went from world karate champion to action superstar, Chuck Norris. Born in 1940 in Oklahoma, Chuck served in the Air Force in Korea, discovered martial arts, and came home to dominate. 7-time undefeated world karate champion. He was the guy other fighters feared, but Chuck wasn't just power, he had discipline and heart. Here's a Chuck quote that shows exactly why Bruce respected him. The truth is, Lee was a formidable opponent with a chiseled physique and technique. I totally enjoyed sparring and just spending time with him. That's Chuck speaking years later. No ego, just respect. Another one straight from Chuck's interviews. Bruce and I were very good friends. And we trained together for like 3 years. 3 years. They didn't just meet on set, they sparred in back alleys until 4 a.m., talked philosophy, pushed each other. Chuck has said publicly it was a privilege learning from Bruce. And in a personal letter Chuck wrote to Bruce right after filming, "This is real, Top Guns. Dear Bruce, just a note to wish you great success on the movie. I have told hundreds of people I have trained with you. My ego is not such that I am ashamed of it. It was a privilege learning from you. I mention you as a master of the martial arts." Anyway, that is enough of that. Bruce, I hope 1973 is a great year for you and give my regards to Linda and the kids. That's brotherhood right there. Not rivals, brothers in the arts. Chuck's fighting style was pure power and precision. Bruce wanted that contrast, speed and flow versus raw strength. Perfect matchup.
So how did this legendary friendship start? 1967. All-American Karate Open Championships at Madison Square Garden. Bruce gives a jaw-dropping demonstration. Chuck wins the title. They start talking fighting philosophies in the hallway and end up sparring until 4 in the morning. Bruce later said Chuck was one of the few guys who could actually keep up with him. Fast forward. Bruce is in Hong Kong directing The Way of the Dragon. He wants the ultimate final boss fight. 2 gladiators in the real Colosseum. Who does he call? His old training partner, the world champion himself. Chuck picks up the phone. Bruce says, "I want to do a fight scene that everyone will remember in the Colosseum in Rome. I want you to be my opponent." Chuck asks the obvious. "Who wins, Bruce?" Bruce laughs. "I win. I'm the star of this movie." Chuck jokes back, "Oh, I see, you want to beat the world champion." Bruce, "No, I want to kill the world champion." That's the energy. Pure respect, pure fun. They filmed in Rome. And here's the wild part, filming inside. The actual Colosseum was illegal. Bruce bribed the guards, snuck the crew in pretending to be tourists, and they shot the entire 10-minute fight in one illegal session. That's how committed these two were. Chuck has said the fight was choreographed as a seesaw battle, back and forth the whole way. 45 hours of rehearsal for one scene. That's dedication.
Alright, Top Guns. Here it comes. The most classic fight scene ever shot. No CGI, no wire work, just 2 masters, 1 arena, 1 take that changed everything. It starts with the cats. Those stray cats in the Colosseum are basically the referees. Tang Lung Bruce walks in. Colt, Chuck, is already there. No trash talk, no dialogue, just 2 warriors nodding respect. And then, boom. Round 1, Chuck dominates. Those powerful kicks and punches. Bruce is getting tagged, but watch Bruce's face. He's studying, adapting. Iconic moment number 1, Bruce reaches down and yanks a tuft of chest hair from Chuck. Chuck has joked about this forever. Fans still write him letters asking if it was real. It was staged, but it shows how real and raw this fight felt. Quote that fits perfectly here. Bruce, let your opponent graze your skin and you smash into his flesh. Then the turning point. Bruce switches styles. That legendary oblique kick. The low side kick to the knee that Bruce popularized and that MMA fighters still use today. John Jones, anyone? Chuck's leg buckles. Bruce is flowing like water now. High kicks, low kicks, elbows, everything. Chuck keeps coming. Pure warrior spirit. The fight goes to the death. You see the moment Bruce realizes this isn't a tournament, it's life or death. His face changes. He covers Chuck's body with his own jacket at the end as a final sign of respect. That moment, right there, is the friendship. Even in the movie, the villain gets honored. Because Chuck and Bruce weren't enemies, they were brothers showing the world what mutual respect looks like. Every punch, every kick in that scene was real contact. Chuck has said Bruce's speed was unreal. Bruce said Chuck's power was unmatched. Together, perfection. This fight is still called the greatest martial arts fight in cinema history for a reason. 10 straight minutes, minimal cuts, real athletes, real friendship. The impact, massive. This scene launched Chuck's film career. It proved martial arts could be artistic and realistic. It inspired Jackie Chan, Jet Li, every MMA fighter today. Black audiences cheered like a prize fight when it came out. Bruce passed in 1973, way too soon, but Chuck kept the fire alive and stayed close with Bruce's family. Their friendship outlived the movie. That's the real legacy. 2 icons who showed the world that the greatest strength isn't winning, it's respect. Before we go, one more time, the quotes that powered this entire story. Bruce, be water, my friend. Bruce, absorb what is useful. Chuck, it was a privilege learning from you. Bruce, the best fighter is someone who can adapt. And the one that says it all. Bruce on friendship and fighting. Love is like a friendship caught on fire, adapted to their bond. These two lived their quotes. Top Guns, that's the story of the most classic fight scene ever shot, the best friendship ever forged, and 2 of the greatest martial arts icons in history. Bruce Lee and Chuck Norris. Thanks for the classic and the inspiration. Legends. You changed the world. Drop in the comments, who would win in a real fight? Bruce or Chuck? But we all know it was mutual respect that won. Like, if this fired you up, subscribe for more quote deep dives, and I'll see you in the next one. Be water, my friends. And stay dangerous. Carpe diem.